welcome back. As you see, we're back in the truck. Today we are going to be working on the chain links. We're going to be soldering and then putting them together to be making a necklace for this pendant. So let's get started. Alright, so first we're going to take like 5 of these and just set them up along this brick. Alright, so I face all the seams forward so that I can keep track of them. Okay, so now we're going to flux where we want the solder to flow. And we're using medium solder for all of these links. So that's 6 down and more to go. Alright, so those are all soldered. I'm just letting them sit in the pickle for a little bit. I'm going to take them out, and then I'm going to test the seams by stretching them out. Alright, so now that I got these out, dried off a bit, we can start testing them. So now we test these out by stretching them, and this also makes it so that they gain the correct shape. Yep. See? So I need to clean this one off and redo it. We're gonna keep doing this until I get all of them done. So I had 6 that were not fully soldered. So now I'm going to clean them up and try to resolder them. Alright, so I've got all the solder and I've got the 6 pieces. Now I'm going to flux and solder them. Alright, so now we will see how those came out. Alright, those all passed. So now, all we need to do is take these, take all these. Now we could clean them off, but because of the fact that I'm going to be refiring them, I'm not going to clean them off. All I'm going to do is start looping these and soldering these to make the actual necklace. So let's get that started. Alright. So I'm going to be taking 2 of the longs and then hooking them onto a jump ring. And then I'm going to do exactly what I did with the long ones with this jump ring and make sure that it's nice and even. Alright, now I'm going to take it, I'm going to have the seam up, flux it, Okay, so now I just take one long and the long that I just attached to this ring, and I'm going to put them onto a jump ring. And we're going to keep doing that until it's done. Time for a refill. Well, that is all done. I've got a little bit of jump rings left, but that's to be expected. So those will go into a different bag. But let's take this out of the pickle. All right, a full necklace. So I think that's the end of this episode. It took a lot of videoing. I'm probably going to be cutting a lot of it out, but the chain is done. So I think next week we will be attaching the chain to the pendant. So I'll be using 2 more of those jump rings, and we'll be attaching it to this. And then I'll have a nice chain pendant. And I believe it'll be long enough for me to pull over my head, maybe? No. Yeah, I can pull it over my head. Plus the extra length that the 2 jump rings are gonna provide. But this chain came out excellent. I only had a few issues with the soldering, but I fixed those fairly quickly. But next week we're going to be attaching this to the pendant and then cleaning the entire chain, and then this project will be done. So if you enjoyed watching this episode, hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get notified whenever I put out a video. I normally do videos about once a week, every Sunday. So it is getting late, so I am going to have to end this video. So everyone, have a wonderful evening.